I think it's very easy for anyone in marriage to assume that they're doing well, they're doing their best, they're adding value. So I want to ask you directly, how do I add, or how am I adding value to you personally? And then secondly, to our marriage, and perhaps thirdly, to our kids.
To ourselves, to our marriage, to our kids.
Yeah.
I was listening to Dr. Bill Sears, I think it was. I started listening to a podcast episode of the Lila Rose podcast. And he was talking about how his wife, one day they were sitting at the dinner table with their kids, and she just said how so many things that she loves about her husband or admires or respects. I can't remember what the adjective was, but and she said it before her kids, and that's so powerful. And it's something we should practice before our kids, behind our kids, whatever. You get my point. And so Thomas, he knows we share these things among each other, but one day I'm also going to, make sure our kids also hear those things. And it's important for us to utter these things and not just leave them in our heads and assume that our spouses understand how valued they are.
You wrote me a letter recently.
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, I did. But also, yeah, from time to time, right? Not just in a season, but just to regularly affirm your partner and reassure them, their place in your life. He framed it, Dr. Sears, and kept it. And he says he looks at it every day. His wife has long passed. They were married 60 years, and he's an old guy now. So it's just beautiful. And
She wrote him a letter?
Yeah, of all, so there's 10 things that she, loves about him or respects. That, and I was saying that she
That's nice.
said it to her kids and stuff, or in front of her kids. It is nice, and it just made him feel, gives you the strength you need to work hard for our family.
Yeah. There's no telling how impactful
Right.
that is.
Mm-hmm. So ways you add value to me, to the marriage, to the kids. Ways you add value to me are what we're doing right now, right? It's very easy for me not to do stuff like this because half the time I'm a hot mess in the house. I'm not camera ready and I won't capture moments, but you're a historian to the family. So that's a benefit to the family as well. But also to me, just giving me the opportunity to share about my life. And it's almost like a memoir. It's an opportunity to capture my life at this tender age and, to be able to share that one day with my kids. So obviously to share it with the internet. I'm supposing this goes on online or whatever. Anybody who might benefit from hearing some of our stories and our journey and stuff like that. I do think I have value to add to people in terms of education on a lot of the things that we've gone through, challenges, money challenges, marriage challenges, breastfeeding, giving birth. I mean, so many things. I think if we share our lives with people, we can really be a help to them. And you give me that opportunity by asking me these questions. So you add value to me, keep me sharp. We do, you add value to me, keeping me sharp kind of intellectually. We talk a lot, you and I, about all kinds of things. A lot of them are biblical matters, religious matters, because we love the Lord and we walk, we're Christians and those things matter to us. But even about sometimes politics, things I'm not really well-versed in. We talk about all kinds of things. We watch documentaries. We do all kinds of things. And then, you take care of me, You take care of me, take care of us, provisionally, monetarily, but also emotionally. I already mentioned some of the spiritual aspects. We do Bible studies together. You pray for me, particularly in pregnancy. I've noticed as I've gotten more pregnant, you've become that much more attentive to my needs. And I appreciate that a lot. I really appreciate that. So in the marriage, a lot of the things I said also apply to marriage. Also just security. We talk a lot about security, not just physical or, financial security, but emotional security. Your commitment to our marriage means a lot to me. I really trust you. And that is, powerful because a lot of people are married to people they don't trust. But, I trust you. Should I keep going? Other ways you contribute to our marriage and add value to our marriage is keeping us sharp. Like, again, it's not necessarily about the camera because we do a lot of things off camera. Like right now, we're coaching a couple, but you've been keeping us sharp on the things of marriage. You know, I like that you like to read because you care a lot about books. You're the reason why we own so many books. And yes, I could be reading more still. Like I don't read enough books. I don't read all the books that we have, but you keep us sharp in that way. And you've made me, I'm not sure if I would have been this way, like with a different person or on my own. Like God really had a purpose for the both of us that you have been faithful to kind of steward for us to talk about marriage, learn about marriage and stuff like that. So obviously that helps our marriage directly to understand some skills that benefit a marriage, how to communicate, you know, how to align ourselves and our values and how to support each other and whatever. But also we are able to like share that with others, right? With other couples that we're coaching, with just young people we meet, you know, people wherever we go, like on the internet. So I love that. Learning about marriage, which is something you've encouraged us to do through books and other resources, and just being able to do, you know, like marriage retreats and things like that with you is wonderful. And thank you for being the kind of husband who values that, because there are some husbands, even if they're a good husband, but they are quiet, like they'll be good, but ask them to do something with you, it's like, nope. Like, you know, they have a boundary or whatever, but like, you'll go with me to the retreat, you know, it's an us thing. You do things, you value us doing things together as a married couple and also as a family. So transitioning into the ways you add value as a family, or to our family as a parent and to our kids, being very present is wonderful. Like you don't come home and check out. Even if you're watching soccer, you watch soccer with the kids. It's not just like, oh, this is my me time. You kids go over there. Daddy's watching soccer. Or you have your friends over every weekend or something like that. You really value time with our kids, time with us as a family. The other day I went to pick up weights, you know, like you didn't have to go with me, but you were willing to go with me. You sacrificed to take that drive with me. And we went as a whole family, actually. We took a drive to go pick some things up, drop some things off. And it's just like one of those little, I don't want to say useless, what's the word, but like kind of unimportant drives. And you really could have just stayed home and had time to yourself. And you came with me, you know, and those little moments all add up. And there's something that you always say is like, our kids are well loved, like they get plenty of attention and stuff like that. Of course, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so they're with me all day. That goes without saying in a sense as a stay-at-home mom, but they get a lot of attention from you too. Like they get a lot of care and attention from you. And I appreciate the intentional ways that you talk to Charlie to bring things out of him, to teach him lessons, right? Daddy says this, and Daddy says that, or the Bible says this, God says, you know, that's really good. And what else? Yeah, I just appreciate you being an active father. There's nothing you won't do. If I want to go to a coffee shop and meet my friend, you know, you don't watch the clock like, hello, like when are you coming home? You know, there's nothing you can't do. You can bathe the kids, you can change their diapers, you can feed them, you can, you know, whatever needs to be done, you're able to do everything. You're capable. Yeah. I don't have any questions about or any doubts about. You're a very competent father and parent, you know.
Well, that's great. Thank you.